AI search is becoming more and more prevalent, and there's a chance here that as it dominates, a lot of businesses get left behind. So let's talk about AI search and how that impacts local businesses, where it's going, and what are some things that you can do today to start preparing for AI agents, AI searches, AI bots, and all of this AI in the world, right? Okay, so, it's no surprise AI is the hot thing, right? And it's gaining traction. ChatGPT just came out with a study or a release that, they're up some gigantic number of users. And that means more and more people are gravitating towards this method of searching through AI to get answers and results. Take that another step. In the future, it's not impossible to see this future where people, say into their phone, hey, chat, get me an estimate with the top 3 roofing companies in my area, right? And where people start asking these AI agents to just set up estimates for them with the top companies in their area. And if that's the case, then a lot of the people at the top of these searches are going to get a lot of business from this, and gaming this system is going to be what AI SEO is going to be all about. So I think it's good to take a look at the current state of these things and how they're working so we can start preparing for what could likely be an influencing factor. So I've been doing these searches about once a week for a while, just doing the searches in chat and in Google and looking at the AI results to see what comes up. And it's fairly interesting. So for Google, right, when we do these kind of searches, the number one result is typically pulling from Reddit. It seems like right now, and this is, I've seen this change, but right now Reddit seems to be a pretty heavy influence on what Google shows. And then also lists like Yelp are, Yelp's top 10 for that service is playing an impact into it as well. So Google is relying on Reddit and Yelp for its information, which I find to be hilarious. But that's kind of right now. So those two things, Reddit, top 10 lists. Chat right now seems to do a search for the information and then feed that back, right? So it's actually doing a search for top 3 businesses or top businesses in city, and then returning the top 3 or top 10 of those businesses to you, the user. So once again, Google is using Reddit and chat is using Google. So it's just like no one trusts their own information. So now I actually wanted to see if I could game this, and it was fairly easy right now. I try to search for best company, best service company, the service that one of my customers performs, best service in the local area. In Boise, we didn't show up. So then what I did was I went and changed the meta title on the homepage to best service in Boise. And within a few weeks, chat was putting me at the top of that when I would say, or it was putting me in the list when I would say best service of the local area, right? So right now, especially if you don't have a lot of competition in the local area, you can use that meta information to influence what chat shows. So this is going to change a lot. Like I said, I think more is just understanding where this is going, putting your head in it, starting to do some searches for it, and just kind of trying to understand what's going to play in. So I think right now there's 4 major factors that are going to play into long-term results. Each of these may become more or less important, but I think right now there's 4 factors that you can kind of focus on to build your results and give yourself the highest potential of showing up for these kind of searches. So number 1 is Reddit. Right now, Reddit is being gamed, and it will continue to be gamed harder and harder by SEOs because Google is using it. And whatever Google says is important, SEOs will know is important and will use and will work on to get their information and marketing in there. So right now, Reddit, that's an option. That's something you should be focusing on. And if you're an SEO, you're probably doing stuff in there to try to gain that system, right? So how long will that last? Who knows? But right now, Reddit is a big piece of this. So Reddit. Number 2, top 10 lists. I've seen Forbes. I've seen Yelp. I've seen kind of local lists. Those are the things I've seen. But whatever your search is, you can see what's showing up. You can try to get your company's name in those top 10 lists, or you can start trying to create your own top 10 lists that include your business and hope that that data makes it. And if you post that somewhere, like if you can get those to Yelp, or if you can get Yelp to put you in there, or Forbes, if you can post those to there, those higher authority places right now seem to be having a weight on what shows up in AI results. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, I think right now is not being utilized as much as it will be in the future, but that's actual reviews on Google Maps and Google Business Reviews. I think your business reviews for a local business are going to play into this over time. I don't see how they couldn't. I think it's one of the, well, I don't know if it's not gamed or not, whatever. I talked about that on another video, but it is another really good source of information, generally trustworthy information for these AI platforms to pull from. So I think, build your reviews, keep building your reviews. I wouldn't ignore that. Possibly other places where there are reviews, Facebook reviews, Yelp reviews, as much as those can be trusted or as much as the AI is going to care about those, right? Those are going to matter. And then number 4, I think search matters, right? So being in the top of the search for the keywords that people are going to be saying out loud is going to play a part. So I think building overall authority, I don't know what, I think in my mind, people are going to say, hey, do it with the top companies, right? Top or best, right? I don't know what's going to play a bigger part in that, but I think having domain authority, getting strong backlinks, building that stuff, right, will put you in a position that when you know what you want to rank for to be able to show up in chat results, you'll be able to rank for those much easier and outrank your competitors because you'll have the authority behind you and have built that authority up to be able to rank number 1, number 2 for those kind of results. I think that is important. So just building your overall domain authority and your, the influence that you have, the strength of your domain and your brand, I think all that's going to play a big part over time in these AI results, right? So that's where I would be focusing. That's what I am focusing on. Just to kind of get ahead of the curve and keep my head in the game, because this is where things are going. And I hate to say it, but just like AI has taken this giant group of people and minimized the amount of people necessary to get the job done, I think same with SEO and same with everything, right? Like less and less people are going to be able to do the best job. And the people who are focused on the future and understanding that future and starting to manipulate that now, that is going to be the best outcome because it's cheaper now, especially as these places figure out they have some kind of strength in an algorithm. The prices are going to go higher. It's going to cost more, right? All that. So I think just get your head in the game, start making some plans, start executing, start doing testing. I think that's good. See where you fall in the results, and you will be heavily rewarded for that down the road. All right. Well, that's my rant on AI agents. We will talk to you tomorrow.